Ladies and gentlemen, we have given in. We have embraced the shadow. Let's do this. uh, I'm kind of ready to be done with the game. Like, it's interesting. It's not a bad game by any metric, but I'm just kind of ready to be done with it. It's very strange how much the game is padded for how short it is. I mean, it's not the first time we've encountered that, right? I've always said this. The actual length of a game does not matter. Not really. Not at the end of the day. It is what it does with that length. It is how it utilizes the length. If there's, we have encountered games that are like 10 hours long that feel like they're 30. And we've encountered 60-hour games that feel like they're 5. But anyways, I'm starting to see what other people have said where they feel like this game, if it were actually longer, would be much worse. Because at a certain point, you're just like, okay, let's go. So, we've got people crying in the distance. That's great. That's awesome. As it should be. I've actually lost track of where I am a little bit. Oh, okay. So, I know where I am. I actually pulled up a map over here just to kind of have an idea of what the hell I'm looking at. So, here we are. We've got the oil. Yep. We've got some levers. Let's randomly hit levers. Okay, something's wrong with the machinery. The machina are wrong because we have abused Albed for the last time. Let's go this way. I feel like there's nothing this way. There's another barracks. Some planks. In a box. Don't know if we'll need the planks. We'll go ahead and bring them. Hey, the quack. Speaking of, there's another tinderbox. I should... Yeah, down that. Alright, cool. Everything's cool. Everything's awesome. What have the Albed done forever? That's true! They're wastes! They're wastes of flesh. They're welfare cases. And they must be destroyed. I mean, could you imagine not constantly contributing to your rich overlords? What is wrong with you? How dare you? If you're not working 24/7, then you are not worth the time. Or the... Oh, that's a pit. Okay. Some light going on here. Yeah, this is about how it feels right here. Hey, Blue Dragon EXE, let me go into the light really quick here. Say thank you very much for the sub. Walker's job? Well, you see, he's... No, we don't literally eat the rich. It's metaphorically. You gotta work with it. Okay, so that's going to... He's a... Oh my god, that would actually make so much sense, Baby Good Faith. Guys, Daniel's a moth. That's why we don't see ourselves, because we're just fluttering around. Dual Hearts. Legacy of Goku. Mega Man, Battle Network. Look, okay. You know why we don't eat the rich, literally? I mean, other than cannibalism. Just ignore that for a second. So, you know how there's some types of food that, like, you're not supposed to eat? Because, you know, they're vile or filthy or unclean, you know? Anyways. Is there a place in the Discord where someone has guides on how to do streams and recording? No, admittedly. You could ask me and I could try and help you off the top of my head, or you can ask people in Discord just... I don't know, just like in the general chat, I suppose. Yeah, you don't eat mud catfish. That's actually a really good example. I was going to say pork, but we eat pork all the time. Pork before we knew how to cook it properly. That's actually a better example. There's a reason so many groups warned against eating pork for so much of human history. It's because we literally couldn't cook it properly to make it clean. Okay. So, yeah, what I'm trying to say is don't eat unclean meat. If you find a rotten, soggy pile of 3-week-old McDonald's that's at the bottom of a stale pool. Don't eat that. Come on, you're better than that. So, pigs are, I don't remember the term. They're a type of animal that regularly eats stuff that is unhealthy or unclean because of the fact that their systems can handle it, right? It's actually one of the biggest reasons why some farms will actually have pigs on hand, even if they don't, like, eat the pigs, if they never butcher the pigs or milk the pigs or whatever else. They just keep a pig on hand because a pig can serve as a way to cycle through and remove parasites from the ecosystem of a farm, among other things. They're actually quite handy for that. So the point is, when you are...
Agrippa, I need you to stay awake. Can you feel the syringe?
No, I can't feel anything. Alexander?
Yes?
Soon, I won't even be able to move, will I?
Your life is safe.
I don't doubt that. But will it be worth living?
I'll be honest, I wouldn't even want to make the pigs suffer for eating the rich. They deserve better than that. Pigs are cool. You stop crying. God, why is everyone crying in this godforsaken castle? Another hide equip. Shortcut get. Pigs are omnivores in one of the most literal senses of the word I've ever seen. Is that a dude? Okay. Yeah, that's...
Help me. Who's the switch? Next to me.
Sure.
Thank you. You have my gratitude. My name is Agrippa. Who might you be? Daniel? Like the prophet thrown into the lion's den? Tell me, are you among the lions, Daniel? You want to stop Alexander? Oh my, so Babylon shall fall, you say? You've worried too much. Alexander is toothless without an arm. He has one. That's not very promising at all. The sanctum is basically impenetrable. But guess why more? It could be breached by another, but Alexander broke his, my own, a long time ago. Really? Well, if you tell the truth, by all means, seek out the pieces of the broken oar and mend away. I believe he uses them for torture now. They practically leak matter, which is quite useful, I understand. There should be 6 of them. Look around the choir and the transept. You should be able to find them there.
Okay, sure. Strange immortal corpse guy with literally no mouth. Whoa, okay. He has no mouth and he must scream.
I hate to bother you further.
What?
If you're really going after Alexander, would you consider taking me with you?
What?
I know it sounds ridiculous. Look at me. But if you find anything concerning a man named Johann Wein, would you please bring it to me? I believe he was working on a way to help me. A recipe for some sort of potion, a tonic to free me from this husk of mine.
Sure. This is completely normal, and I am completely on board with this. I will help you, random zombie man. Why wouldn't I? Just... I don't even know what to say to that. Like, okay. Oops. Okay, sure. No, it's cool, Rex. Like I mean, you know, there's worse than him down here. Two things worse, yeah. 3 if we count ourselves. Huh. So this looks like a fun room. Let's close that door and never go back. Yep, okay. Oh, wait, hold up. Okay, yeah, this is fun.
I know this. I've been here already. I know this taste. A taste of Damascus rose obfuscating the truth in a dim haze. They may sweep the traces from my memory, but my body remembers. These cuts speak volumes, even though my mind remains silent. They will be back. They will be back.
Okay, so some of you probably don't remember this. But in the modern Doom games, and I guess technically by default all Doom games, hell energy, Argent energy, is actually formed from torment, specifically. So the more you torture a soul before you process it, the better the energy is. So now you have profit motive to be as efficient as possible about your torture. Hence the amnesia, actually. After all, it's not as effective torture if they remember the previous session, so, you know, you gotta make them forget about it. And that's our big surprise for the day. Sorry, everyone, this is actually set in the Doom universe. But we're not playing Doom Guy, we're playing literally anyone else, which is, not a great fate in the Doom universe. Is it? I hear it. I also don't have a hiding spot right now. There it is, right over there.
Just a little further.
It's like Orpheus descending into the underworld.
Are you hiding something?
What do you mean?
Never mind. Your intuition is remarkable.
I'm not sure I'm following.
It doesn't matter. It's just a myth after all.
Game. The monster's coming back. Oh, and it's coming this way. It's coming this way. Okay. This is awful. I have nowhere to go. Yeah, okay. Yep. Okay. For lack of any other options, I'm gonna go this way. Holgrim! Would you be willing to help with a fractal at some point in the future? Not anytime soon, just in general. Why is the music still playing? Okay, cool. It's an underwater one. It's something about a reef. I don't know. It's one of the underwater ones. It's for PAX, not me, but still. Okay. Okay. Let's see how far he reset here. If he's running the other side of this door, I swear to God. Okay, we're good. Where is he? Okay. Just gonna chill for a second. Just for a sec. Just in case he decides to spawn right where I'm about to go.
August 1839. The banishment ritual is taking longer than expected, and we have to do what is needed. I spend my time helping out the prisoners. Being around these degenerates makes me ill. None of them even tries to face their punishment with any kind of dignity. They taunt me with their lies of innocence and their cowardly pleas of mercy. What can make a man fall so far from the grace of a civilized existence? They are all wicked men, and I remind myself of it constantly. Still, I am thankful for God sending these monsters our way, as they will serve as the instruments of my salvation. I try to study the different tools in the torture chamber and learn how to use them effectively. Last time was messy, and the effect suffered from my inexperience. When the next warding is to be performed, I shall be ready.
Yeah, I'm starting to get this really random feeling that we're not a good person. I suppose weren't a good person. Past tense sort of a thing. Listen, you might even say I'm descending equalitas. Yeah, we're literally warding ourselves with the blood of the innocent. Except we keep telling ourselves, oh, they're prisoners. Yeah, yeah, they're criminals. Crooks. Thieves. They're brigands, butchers. Okay.
The shadow. It's close now.
All is lost. I must once again start over. Ever since I recovered the orb first found by Agrippa, I have depended on it for my research. The incident with Wilhelm made me most impetuous. Fearing a paucity of prisoners, I proceeded to the final ritual without proper foresight. The orb cracked and fell into 6 parts. I've tried everything, but have yet to mend the thing. Unless I can think of a way to piece it together, I'll have to find another. There's still life in the pieces, and even if the orb isn't restored, I might be able to salvage some of its power for some other purpose. Centuries have passed in vain, and I begin to wonder, will I ever be able to see my love again? How much longer can I sustain my life? Nice place. Yeah, I'm gonna ignore the pedestal completely coated in blood. We're just gonna move on. Yeah, we're gonna move on. I think we're good. Let's get out of here. Horror games are not my thing. Never have been, never will be. Okay, put orb in thing. Got it. Not going through that anytime soon. Okay. Well, I guess we're done here then for the moment. Hi, Arkindle.
Time witnessing Daniel. If so, blame yourself. You started this. You sent me that letter asking for help, and this is how you repay me? How dare you!
What's your issue, Alexander? Jesus. That's true. I should play every horror game so I can hate myself even more than I already do. Although, I could commit suicide. I like this plan. I like the way you think, Disco.
These cells are meant to hold prisoners who are under treatment. The people you send for will end up here. Remember that the confinement itself works as a preamble to the torture, and you should pace yourself. Don't take anyone before they are ready.
Understood.
Sounds from the torture chambers are shuttled in through those pipes in the ceiling. Manage your victims well, and let one prisoner's pain instill terror in his cell net.
So like I said, very calculated, precise torture. Just to make sure we're getting as much torture as we possibly can. Really want to squeeze that out there. Squeeze every drop, you know? And no, I have not been a particularly big fan. Or sorry, I've never played Pizza Tower. Damn! Sorry, Culgrim. Failed you.
How are things coming? What level? Oh, that one. So many of Alexander's things are breaking down. Look around. Maybe the other room. There are machine parts hidden all over this place. You'll find a way to fix it.
Okay, so I still can't open either of these doors, which means I can't do any of that. Okay. Well, I never did actually go up here.
I'm Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa. I was once quite important. Baron Alexander has sustained my soul in this dead house for years. Who knows how many? Hundreds, I presume.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave now. 5 minutes of load times. Listen, when life gives you horrific, excruciating, torturous pain, you make lemonade. How's my sanity? I'm doing okay. Well, not much I can do down that room. Let's try this one next. That's the rock slide. Okay, whatever. Okay, that's a no-go. Oh, this is the library room. Ugh. Listen, Archaeon. What do you think I'm trying to do? I'll face the final boss and I'll just start throwing tinderboxes at him the whole time. What are you doing? Ah! Okay. So how do I... Oh god, never use a tinderbox. Get the secret ending. That would be awful. Although I bet you speedruns don't use tinderboxes, but still. No, it's not particularly walkthrough I to see. There's a couple of visual distinction issues and a couple of padding issues, but that's it. There's a reason there's so few negatives so far. And considering how close we are to the end, I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. I could be wrong. Most games fall apart at the end. Do I have anything like... Okay, I've got the bucket of tar. I've got the meat. I've got the crank.
Ah, you again. Alexander is quite impressive in many ways, but he has grown impatient. Why me? I'm the next best thing. Alexander really wanted none other than Johann Bayer. You never heard of Johann Bayer? My God, boy, he's probably the greatest man in history, and you don't know him? Or is it the world has forgotten him?
Yeah, I keep feeling like there's something I should be able to do up here. But I'm not sure what.
My pupil. Yes, I do take pride in that. Is it so wrong? I found a Mithrae province, one which had not been plundered. Do you know Mithraeus? I suppose it doesn't matter. It is an old thing.
Oh, there we go.
The dark walls being the universe, and inside are its followers. Humans watching the sky slowly turn. But the followers do have one thing to allow them a real sense of connection to creation. The orbs.
It's all fascinating, but
Not many orbs are left. They sometimes consume themselves, or break, then use to fire up.
I swore I picked up a crowbar at some point, but I can't help but notice I don't seem to have it.
I was lucky. The orb I found spared my life and returned to where I found it.
Tar, maybe?
I know, because Alexander took it and wanted to find it back. I was a brave man and dared to proceed that I did not. He unearthed a number of cavern temples and gathered a whole collection of orbs. But, unlike every other finder since the fall of the Mithraean faith, he was able to unshackle the horror you and I connected with the orbs. He used them and was able to travel far and wide, beyond the world itself.
Yay. Cool.
Not the way I hoped for. I've done all that I can to escape this prison, but now I use all my strength merely to stay alive.
Sounds fun. For a certain definition of the word. And I miss anything in the chancel. Hang on. I've got a map over here. Which doesn't seem to be helping, but I'm going to glance at it anyways. Maybe, no? Okay. Well, back upstairs then, I suppose.
Johann Weyer said he found a fit.
It is kind of oblivion-y, isn't it? Oh, the lawn runner right now. He's doing great. He lives in a better world. Why? No, my sanity's fine. I'm stumbling for some reason.
Find her!
That's where I came in. No, to quack. It's not scary. Don't be silly. Okay, well, that just leaves this room. I can't actually grab that. No, not to the extent of, say, a Signalis, which I was blocked from memory. I just already said that earlier. Still true. Okay, fine. What am I missing? Can't grab that. Can't grab that. Up. What are you doing, game? Pull up! There we go. What the hell was that? That was really strange. I was mousing up and it's like, down? Down? No. Down?
Daniel, you have gone too far. I have to stop you. I can't let you proceed any further. I'm sorry, my friend.
Do I like the sequel trilogy or the prequel trilogy more? Well, I haven't reviewed either, so I have no idea. And that's my answer. That would be very terrifying, Archeonville. I might give a negative for that, though, not gonna lie.
How are things coming? You got the doors open? Good going. I knew you could do it.
Yeah, Starfield tripped my hard drive. It didn't get a positive for that. I mean, I suppose from a purely personal perspective, I actually spit on the sequel trilogy and everything about them. So, by definition, yeah, I'd go with the prequel trilogy. The prequel trilogy are not exactly good films, but at least they don't literally anger me by existing. Wire taunts me from the other side. I trusted him with my true reason and my efforts, and he still insists on me releasing Agrippa. How an enlightened man can show such a lack of compassion in a seat of power disgusts me. I can't bring myself to part from Agrippa, as he has been here for centuries as my only link to the worlds beyond. Wire claims he tries his best to release me from my banishment, but that he needs me to give him Agrippa first so he too can help. If he could guarantee success, I would happily oblige, but I'm not apart from him if my return might be denied. I know what they're capable of. I've seen their deception. Optimism is a most hopeless feeling, but I must retain it. I shall prepare for his release. To release Agrippa without killing him, Wire told me to feed him a tonic made from a paralyzer, vitae, and tampter. The poisonous fungi should work as a paralyzer if I can find the internal gland from a large specimen. The choir seems to be fertile ground for this. I should then be able to extract the contents with proper tools. The vitae could be extracted as usual from any agonized human victim's blood. I got so many of those. Tampter, on the other hand, will prove more difficult. I don't think it exists in this world. Something writing the word with these letters looks wrong. I believe it's a property of the secretion in the water-dwelling Kirk. I'll have to address Wire with this, as he will have to supply me with the host. Also, a properly prepared well should suffice to contain it. I mean, I enjoyed Rise of Skywalker, too. That doesn't make it a better film, though. Although I suppose I wasn't asked for which is the better film, only my opinions on them. Which brings me back to the sequel trilogy can go straight to hell. Okay, Mr. Red, here's my argument.
Find a way!
They just escaped from Starfleet, Ross. Which, let me tell you, that's just a roller coaster of goods and bads. I had to pause almost every scene to give almost every scene a positive and a negative. It's very frustrating.
15th of August, 1839. The blood wards are failing. The shadow beckons, and its cry disarms my actions. Hurry. No time to spare. You have to kill another. Alexander produces a knife. He wants me to cut the flesh. Do it. Save yourself. He is a murderer, Daniel. He is evil. A cold-blooded killer. Hurry.
Okay.
Alexander, you must let me be. I have to concentrate. Paint the man, cut the lines, cut the flesh, watch the blood spill, let it come. Please, I didn't do anything. Paint the man, cut the lines, paint the man, cut the lines. Please, the man cries. Now you see. I did well. One life for another. You hear me, guardian of the orb? I did all this for you. Now, once more, withdraw your shadow from my domain. Alexander, there isn't much time. I can feel it. We must act swiftly. I will do whatever it takes.
Yeah, I think we're the bad guys. Technically, plural. Answer you, kitten fan. I fully anticipate Star Trek 6 will score best and Star Trek 10 will score worst. In fact, I would be shocked if it was anything otherwise. Such filth. Good men can safely cheer their departures. They are nothing but a burden to mankind. They shall not be missed. What the hell is this place?
What are my intentions, Daniel? Salvation. It used to be yours, but now you only seek misplaced revenge. How do you justify your violence? Is it for the greater good? Are you doing the world a service? It is you who caused all this pain and death. If you had accepted your fate and submitted to the orb when you first discovered it, none of this would have happened. It is curiosity in league with your selfishness that is killing us both.
I actually forget what's next. How's our sanity? Oh, we're at minimum sanity. We are at minimum sanity. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I need some adorable kittens. Stat. Piece of orb. Okay. That's right, so we don't torture the cats. We just give them pets. Don't worry, our sanity can't go any lower. What? The forger stood absolutely still. The casket had been closed, but a faint light made its way inside. A myriad of spikes pointed at him, glittering as they waited for his body to slip just for a moment. His knee jerked and he felt blood trickle down his leg. In pain, his head fell slightly forward. It took him a while to realize his eye had ruptured and begun to leak. Okay. That would actually be funny. How do you defeat the ancient eldritch horror? La da 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 dum dum buddy. Boom buddy. Bum buddy. I bet Shia Goroth would like that. Depending on his mood. Okay, we're gonna go away from that sound. Up, yeah, and there's the music. Just gonna walk peacefully, we're not gonna run. Just gonna keep walking peacefully. Nothing's happening. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Panic doesn't help anybody. Yep, it's the monsters that can kill us in one hit. Isn't that great? They're still there. I can hear them. Oh god, how do I extract a thing from the mushroom? Oh, so it does. Ooh, sanity. Don't have a lot of that right now, so I'll take it. What? Oh, it's a brass bowl. Oh, it's a brass bowl. I don't want to read this. The trader did not know what to think of the brass bowl as he was forced to enter it. Only when the heat of the fire began to scorch his skin and cook his flesh did he realize it was to be his tomb. His screams of pain echoed inside the brass chamber and traveled through the complex instrument, which was the bull's head. Outside, the men could hear the brazen bull below. Nice place, really. It's a bit of fixer-upper, but you know. Yeah, why would you do that? Yeah, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna. You just, yeah. Just close that. Walk away from that. No, Tisco, we just healed our sanity. And I'm pretty sure there's still monsters out here. So you want me to go insane? Don't worry, we'll go insane the old-fashioned way. We kind of have saves, we don't really have saves. Not really. Can't hear the music. That's a good sign. What do we got? Oil! Oil! Blow one of those. Okay. Everything's great. Everything's fine. Nothing's wrong. I notice we've already gotten 2 orb pieces down here. And there's the monster. Somewhere. I don't even see the damn thing. I mentioned how good the game uses sound, but it's worth noting it uses music just as well. You will always hear something before you see it in this game. Damn it, Arcanvale. Ah! No, my heart! My heart!
Heel is good for keeping your victim still during the procedure. They can be bound around the circumference or simply stretched across, tying limbs to the spokes and rim. All tools are by this point useful, and you may administer the torture in any way you like. But the forte of the wheel is the gaps. When you have decided that the victim shall die, you can smash their limbs with a hammer, making them fold in between the frame.
But they'll die. Too quickly, I mean.
No, don't worry. The human body is much more resilient. They can survive for days until they finally succumb.
This is just a who's who, isn't it? And yeah, there's the wheel. The murderer's limbs were tied to the spokes of the wheel. He turned the wheel slowly but with intent, so the rope secured around his legs stretched and cracked the bone. He no longer had the strength to scream. The 2 men looked at each other knowingly and took a hammer and struck the victim's chest in a final act of mercy. Interesting usage of light, too, to make sure that you know where the orbs are. Okay, so we've already heard at least 1, possibly 2 different enemies out there. I'm going to spoil something for you at home. I do have a map up because I kind of want to speed this up a little bit. And there are 6 separate enemy spawns in here, each of which has a different trigger condition. 6. I do believe that's the highest density so far. Oh god, where is he? Where is he? I don't see him. He's probably right behind me, though. Yep. And yeah, all of them are blade monsters, aka one-hit kills. Okay, where to put me? Where am I? Well, I have the 3 pieces of orbs. I'm not sure I care. So let's see. I guess, where am I? Brass Bull. Okay, that's where I am. What are the monsters lore-wise? So I was actually chewing on that during the lunch break when I was typing up my notes. There's a thing earlier. In fact, I think I still have it somewhere. Or not? Hang on. This is it? No. Hang on. Was that it? Oh, right. Next page. Duh. Yeah, here we go. The Gatherers. The story reaches all the way back to the 30 Years' War. It said that soldiers who abandoned their duty got lost in the woods and were forever damned to roam the grounds. Their bodies rot, but their tainted souls left them disfigured and empty of essence. Many have cited them over the years and described them as horde revenants. They move silently through the woods, shying away from any beholder. They are called gatherers, as they seem to have all the ambition to steal living creatures. Yeah, so these are the things that have been hunting us this whole time. And what's interesting is, if I am not mistaken, please do not confirm this, the gatherers have nothing to do with the Glork, which is its own separate antagonistic force. The Gatherers almost assuredly work for Alexander, and probably used to work for us. They even mentioned that just a bit ago. This is where the prisoners will be after you have sent for someone. Where? Where? There it is. I am vaguely shocked that worked. Like, that dude was 5 feet in front of me. Oh no, they were probably human at one point in time. Oh, thank God. Okay. It's just this room. Hey. Hey, there we go. Jeez, I word there for a second. No, I've been tense several times this playthrough. I'm not ashamed of that. There's a reason why there's so many story positives and not nearly as many gameplay ones. Scariest is such a hard thing for me to answer. I've been asked that question several times before. It's like, how do you define scary? I know that sounds like a strange statement, but when I sit and process, that's the question that I first come to. What is scary? A truly unpleasant experience is something I don't want to re-experience. So, you know, does that qualify as scary?
There's something else.
No, Agrippa, I was just saying hi.
You found Vile's recipe. Then there might still be a chance. Listen carefully. Alexander is working on opening a gate, a door to another world. It's where he wants to go. If you could put your anger aside, let him open the portal before you take your revenge. Let me pass the gate then. Please, find the ingredients and prepare the tonic Vile describes. And do so before you assemble the orb. The barrier keeping you from the inner sanctum will only be breached for a short time. Unless everything is taken care of before mending the orb, you won't be able to save me.
Okay. Thank you, Venters, for the sub, as always. And if you would like to put that towards something, or up to 3 somethings, please let me know. Yeah, no, that's a good way to put that, Archeon Vale. It's probably one of the reasons why I tend to enjoy games with dread in them so much. Because dread, as we have defined it, by definition does not go over the line. I mean, I'm just gonna say it. Dread that does go over the line, or that never has like proper pacing, or proper sequencing, just gets boring. You know. It's like, oh yeah, I'm still doomed. Yeah. Everything is dead forever. Yeah. Favorite Robin Williams jokes? Oh, I can't think of any off the top of my head. Insert random joke here. It's probably a good one. So we get into our triangle strategy. Wing Commander. Okay. Done. That's the well, yeah. But hang on a sec. I came from there. I do have the meat. Just looking around a little bit here. We're tired about Chill Pangolin. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. We have the meat. Go ahead and lower this. Okay. Remains. Oh, yeah. So there's the mucus. Okay, so what else do we need from that thing? Can I hop in? Let's say no. So, if poisonous fungi needs a big fungi. The Tampter is probably the thing we just got. So we need Vitae. Vitae? Vitae? I've actually heard that pronounced like a dozen different ways over the years. No, seriously, because it's a common thing in fiction. Back in Asheron's Call, we called it Vitae. Even though it should be like Vitae or something like that. Oh, that's a nice room. Okay. Yeah.
How much more, Baron? How much more am I supposed to withstand? Kill me already! Kill me!
This one. Prepare him.
Okay. Oh my god. Come on, game. Stop getting stuck in the geometry. Come on. There you go. Thank you again, Venters, very much. Always appreciate. Let me go ahead and jot that down for something. Give me a second. Well, believe it or not, someone was going to add FF7R3 and then didn't. So now you are the one adding FF7R3 to the list. Congratulations. I'll just estimate 80 hours, because FF7R2 is hugely long, and I'm sure 3 is long too. That does seem to be the norm. How have I been? Oh god, I'm sick of interruptions. Does that count for anything? Really? Really sick of interruptions. The good news is I'm mostly done at this point, at least I think so. There are quite a few things to be said about torture. I had figured that the reaction I would get from the victims would be highly individual. Thankfully, this is not the case. Humans all have a similar approach to dealing with physical pain and terror of anticipation. I can't stress enough the importance of restraining the victims before proceeding. Even the most timid creature can break out in fits of violence where their strength exceeds their expected prowess. If proper care has been put into breaking the victim, this should not be a problem, but it'll also hinder the effect I'm after. The right steps to take are, therefore, restrain the victim while they're still dazed, proceed by presenting the form of torture about to apply, and then continuing with the actual act. The point of presentation is to infuse terror. The human mind is extremely efficient and will trigger itself into greater fear simply by imagining it. While applying pain, make sure to... Hang on, I actually have a better voice I can do for this. While applying pain, make sure to avoid massive damage, as it will prove more efficient if the process can be sustained. Also, apply pain in doses, if possible, with breaks, to allow the body to settle. If you are whipping or cutting the victim, strike once, wait for the pain to subdue, and then strike again. As long as the body suffers, it will continue to produce the vitae and saturate the blood with its properties. Only with careful performance will the victim yield maximum effect. If the victim doesn't behave as expected, it is likely it'll all be for naught. Before this happens, feed them the amnesia drink and try again later. Is it you, my love, I miss the most, or is it perhaps myself? I know what I have become. I am not blind. I am a monster to them, a demonic sultan perched on a dark mountain top. There's little I can do to redeem myself. The Black Eagle fears me, and after Napoleon's defeat, it is only a matter of time before they will demand my head on a platter. I must remove myself from this land. This time it must work. If I can't return home now, I shall perish. The Sultan on high. No problem. The victims have become accustomed to torture. No problems. All you have to do is wipe their memory. Then you could torture them all over again, as if you never even started. This is most efficient, and will ensure proper cooperation. Remember, if you're extracting anything less than the corporate-mandated 13.7 units of torture per victim, then you'll be the next victim. No, but that was admittedly a bit of an inspiration there. I feel like I'm losing sanity just by being in this room. The kidnapper sat on her knees with her hands tied behind her back. She felt her hands being lifted and her body followed. Her shoulders gave way to the weight of her own body and cracked loudly. The suspended woman cried hysterically as the men contemplated their next step. Right. I'm gonna leave this room now and stop draining sanity. Just by being in there. Jesus. No, you go ahead, Disco. I'm good. As much as I enjoy the torturous arts, especially as they're applied upon myself, I will have to disincline. Ah!
Let me go, you brute!
The cradle is ready.
Good.
You're a man! How can you partake in this?
Is he all right?
He is one of the wicked. Don't pay his lies any attention.
I'm not a bad man! It was an accident!
He set a man on fire.
It wasn't my fault! Why won't anyone listen?
That's horrible.
Of course. We are dealing with monsters here.
Yeah, We are. That is a true statement.
Please! Do anything! Whatever you want! Anything! I'll do anything! I'm innocent!
The arsonist kept crying as he was slowly lowered on and off the impaler. It didn't take much to break him. They had meant for him to die, but the torture was working beyond expectation. It wasn't the method, it was the arsonist. He was different from the others. They could make him forget again. I do like you lose sanity just being in the presence of some of the horrible stuff you've done. I've heard it speculated that the entire reason we are so shaky mentally is because of all the horrible stuff we've already done. Basically, we walked into the game with a really low sanity meter, to put it simply. Or to phrase this in different terminology, if the sanity meter actually capped at 100, our cap is like 10. Well, we also heard earlier that the amnesia potion isn't perfect, so... Hey, it's a blood drain. Yeah, let's grab this first. No, that's not a saw. What are you talking about? See? I didn't see anything. The rapist hung upside down, his tears soiled with blood flooding from his belly. The saw between his legs had lodged itself in the hip and wouldn't move any further. The men stepped back and waited for the victim to drain. Yep. No notes. Let's see. No, this is humane torture. I should mention, just for amusement's sake, that I consider isolation to be cruel and inhuman torture. You know, if you don't know what isolation is, it's exactly what it sounds like. You get put in a box, and that's it. Like, you don't get to go out and hang out with other people, or have, you know, air time or exercise time or anything. You're just left in a single cell for a while. Usually an explicit period of time, like a day or something. Yeah, it's pretty messed up. But I mentioned that because, and then there's this. Anyways. Yeah, pretty much, Mr. Red. What's your spiritual health? Okay, but like... okay, so where's the string? There's the string. The jar, maybe? Nope, hang on, let's see. Nope. Up here, maybe? Nope, still no. How about just use the jar on the blood? Find a way to lower the vessel. Okay, string on jar? Hang on. There we go. Alright. Oh, yeah. That's... Yep. That's great! That's great. That's so good. That is a thing. Yeah, we have Kool-Aid now. Oh, yeah. I shouldn't rush. As I said, there might be another monster attack. Back to the chancel? Okay. We can do that. We can do that. Hello, hello, game, hello. Hey, what engine is... You said it was a custom engine, didn't you? I'm gonna have to restart at some point.
I see you have all the orb pieces you need. I know I have no right to ask anything of you, but if you could find it in your heart to gather the ingredients for Vire's tonic before attempting to mend the orb, there might still be a chance for you to save me. Please, my fate is in your hands.
I mean, I have everything for that, don't I? And I don't know where a nearby, like, laboratory is. At least not one I can access. Yeah, I was gonna say, I remember the laboratory. It had the block, the planks nailed over it. I remember that. So, sorry, I can't make you the serum. The super serum. It's not yet.
Whatever it takes.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. 2 of them? Just right there? Really? Also, I feel robbed. That one actually got me through the door. Three! Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, so, yeah, I've played Half-Life, I get it. Oh, thank God, I still have my inventory.
You had me worried. Quite frankly, I'm not sure what to do with you. I hold no grudge against you, Daniel. We are so very much the same, you and I. Did you really drink from the Amnesia mixture? It does explain so much of your behavior. You never did finish what you set out to do. You talked about redemption, how you would face the orb's shadow and save our work, and me. I will grant you another chance to redeem yourself. You can wait here and stop the shadow. Thank you, friend.
Right. Okay. Well. There are options here. Interesting. I admittedly would probably not have seen that if I wasn't screwing around with the bucket. Oh, this coffee is so good, you don't even know. I bet people would even really like this cup of coffee, if you know. Okay, let's stop that. Yeah, back in the Wild West days of YouTube. Okay. Looks like, yep, no, there's another one there. Ooh, I haven't had Jack in the Box in years at this point. They don't have them around here. Or around where I was previously. This feels like the solution, but at the same time it doesn't. I have had Carl's Jr., although not since Kansas, and that's like 15 years ago now. Dude, obviously it's not as good anymore because all food has been slowly been made worse in order to make it cheaper. That's not hyperbole, that's just how it is. But back in the day, Jack in the Box had this thing called a chicken teriyaki bowl. It was just rice, chicken, teriyaki, and like carrots or something like that. And it was extremely good. It was very simple, but it was good. I went back and had it again about 15 years ago now. It was not as good. Just burning out my oil here, trying to figure out what to do. Okay. Oh, the shadow has found me. Okay. That's great. That's a great thing that has happened. No, it's okay. I'll die in a second here. Get a bad ending, and then I'll just look it up. The wall? What about the wall? Oh, for Christ's sakes. Ow. Okay. Yeah, no, it's actually pretty hot out today, too. It was yesterday as well when I was out getting car-related stuff done. See, I'm a sucker for teriyaki, especially teriyaki with rice, so... There's little left to say. I worked solely to prevent myself from revisiting the memories of the last few days. If I am fortunate, I will fall asleep and time will pass without ever. I begin to wean myself of my prison. When I first arrived, I felt like I was being buried inside a tomb, but now I feel closed walls comforting me. As long as I'm in here, there's no pain. The walls protect me from the outside. I haven't laughed earlier as one of the wardens dropped a key down the pipes. Gave me hope for a second, thinking I could escape if only I could reach it from here. In my dreams, Alexander, I am king. In my dreams, I best you and escape your clutches and return with all the knights of the realm, carrying pistols and sabers in my dreams. Meanwhile, Alexander's like, why, I am extremely evil. Did you know? As an FYI. Jump scares. Dong! There's only been like 3 or 4 jump scares in the whole game. I'm probably not going to ding it for that. There have been a couple, but I noticed most of them are towards the latter half of the game, which is kind of interesting. Like they were running out of ideas and had to rely on something to get to the player. They had plenty of ways to scare you without jump scaring you at the beginning, let me tell you. Again, as I mentioned in my document, the first part of the game is almost perfectly safe. And yet, it's absolutely terrifying, and the whole time you're completely on edge. Okay. Ooh, excuse me. No, that's really no. Running really low on oil, though. Well, you're the new thing. No? How about this? Nope. Can't move the bed. Eh. I mean, if you're walking along and all of a sudden... Blah, 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 that is pretty much by definition a jump scare. I mean, he mentioned the key being thrown into the well. Really? Did I attach this? I guess the bucket. Ah! More sound design. Well, we have a bucket of water now. Hi, Valerian. Down the pipes, excuse me, I misread. Okay, so...
He sees what I see.
Pipes. Pipes. There are a lot of pipes in here. Thankfully there's no machine for pigs. Hey-oh! Sorry. That I meant to get that earlier anyways. Pipes. 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 I mean, execution is a thing. I'm not arguing that. It's just, you know, good or bad, it's still a jump scare when it's like, blah, blah, blah. You know, the shadow's like, hey, timer, tick-tock. Okay. There's obviously something I missed that I can't see. It's near the exit, okay. I do see a pipe over here. Oh, there's even another pipe. But, nothing in it. Lied to. Okay. I could totally reach that. Alright, whatever. Ahem. Alright. Nope. Game. Okay. Okay, let's get out of here. Okay, hold up. Oh, Jesus Christ. Excuse me. Okay, sure, that works. The Listen, I don't know what I did to piss you off so badly. Really? Like, what the crap? For God's sakes, I took an orb. Come on.
Of August, 1839. Tonight, we will unlock the power of the orb and ultimately banish the shadow hunting me. I feel it closing in on me and I fear for my life more than ever. Just outside Altstadt lies a small settlement where Zimmerman, a dairy farmer, lives with his wife and 3 children. The coach went there. Our visit was unexpected, and Alexander was able to strike Zimmerman down without alerting the others. As he went to take care of the farmhands, I began to look for the children.
Why? Why would you go after the children? What is wrong with you? What? Why?
We should have more than enough prisoners to finish the ritual now.
I can just picture Alexander showing up. Daniel, I need you to jump off this cliff. Okay. That's true. If those children were true God-fearing kids... Ow, my nose. They would... hi, Shadow. Hello. I'm just gonna go? Is that cool? Is that cool of me? Are you cool of me just going? Apparently not. Okay, that's okay. I've got some laudanum. Get one of those really quick here. Ow, my nose! Damn it! Ah. There's a lot of glorp going on here. And I'm extremely low on fuel, so I need to hurry up. Yeah, Shadow's been busy. Damn it, I am a little turned around. Okay, I see where I am. I see where I am. I mean, no, Mr. Red, but it's cheap. So, I guess the laboratory is open now. That's cute. That's cool. So how do I make this stupid thing? We gotta break Mega here. Alright, so we gotta press something. Just based on context clues, I'm guessing that's the poison. So that's okay, fine. Here. Where's the bucket of tar? Why do I have a bucket of tar? Do I have anything else I could put in here? Get someone get these stupid chairs out of the way. Ow! My nose! Ah! Okay. So what's this? Okay, so this is a heating element. Okay. So let's see. We've got the remains, the poison, and the blood. I don't remember how to do this at all. That doesn't even say. You know what? Screw it. Point and click adventure logic. Let's just try each one on each thing until we get it right. Blood needs to be purified first. Okay, so that sounds like it needs to be over here. Let me just grab this hot glass of incomplete tonic. Perfect. Okay. Okay. I mean, we technically don't have hands, so we should be fine. Okay, so there's the glorp. And we add that over here. Come on, yeah. And then we press. Tonic get. Okay. Now we drink it. Glug, glug. God. Oh, that's so gross. Okay. Yeah. Oh god, we're out of oil. Holy crap. Good news. We're not out of oil. Okay, we have oil. It's good because the shadow is redecorated. Oh my god.
The castle trembled, and I could hear the chancel collapse.
Can you see all this crap that's happening? Yeah, hey, I've got something for you. Are you surrounded? Okay, you know what? I don't even care. Here, I got you a tonic.
Quickly, off with the head.
You...
And then, whatever happens, get me through that gate.
Okay. I was about to say, how am I supposed to chop off your head?
I've always hoped fire would return and give me a second chance. But so does Alexander. That's why he keeps me here, as a hostage, hoping Ryan will reveal himself.
Right. Don't mind me. Just gonna scooch on through here. What's the story of this game? Yeah, that sounds like a good question. I actually have a pretty good idea of what's going on. So once upon a time, there's these...
And I appreciate your company, but I believe you have more.
So once upon a time, we got woke! Yeah! Stay woke. So once upon a time, there were these incredibly powerful orbs, but using them, like, caused the wrath of the shadow, which we don't know what the shadow is, don't ask. It's some eldritch thing. So Daniel, find an orb, and we're like, aha, we found an orb. But then, like, all the creatures start chasing after us, and they're like, ah, we're going to kill you because we're the Shadow and we hate you. And it's like, oh, that sucks. We've got to do something about it. So we reach out to all sorts of people. We send out all kinds of letters. And an alien from another dimension / world, who is centuries old, reaches back to us and says, hey, I got you back. By the way, I'm Prussian. Because, of course, the Prussians were aliens. Space Marines were walking. So we go to the Prussian castle. That's actually where we are now. And he's like, I got you, fam. All you have to do in order to defend yourself against this eldritch monster is to constantly torture and murder innocent people. And we were like, hell yeah, brother! And we started torturing. And we tortured everyone as hard as we could. And then one day, we were like, wait, torture's bad. Maybe we shouldn't torture people. And Alexander's like, no, torturing's good. Just trust me, give in to the torture. And we're like, no! I will drink the amnesia potion, and then I will defeat you once and for all. Glug, glug, ugh. And then the game starts.
Important thing.
None of that's a joke. And now we ripped off this man's head to save him. Still not joking. Okay. And now the Glorp is after us because it is very unhappy with us for some strange reason. Yeah, I don't think the Shadow cares if we're... Oh, shoot. Hang on. Yep, there's our drums. You know what that means. Don't I want to go to the left? Like, I remember there was a door that was locked off to the left. And obviously there's the orb forward. Oh, whatever. Let's not risk it. Okay, so orb place. No. Oh, okay, I guess. Adhesive! I have tar right here. Also, that's a lie, sir. I read that thing. It said the tar was, like, pushed out because they adhere to each other without need for the tar, so don't give me that lie. There it is, the Orb of Tinkatu, or whatever the hell this stupid thing is. Ooh, okay, not getting in the way of that. Okay, now I'm getting in the way of that. No? Okay. Okay. Don't see any monsters. Yeah, it's time to go to space, yo. Why does the shadow manifest as Blork? I've always... Why is this a thing? That's a good question, Chill Penguin. Probably. Given their predilection for such things. Yep, door's open. Covered in glorp. Like you do. Fair. BB Good Fate. Can't pick that up. what else is around here? What is this around here that I can actually interact with? Yeah, I was about to backtrack, because, like, obviously there's nothing here. The hammer doesn't do it, nothing else I can do in there does it. It's obviously something. Just... a hammer, I could grab a crate, maybe? We've also got the big rocks, which I believe I can interact with. 18-something?
1839.
There you go, 1839.
I cannot believe what I have become. One of the girls escaped and I chased after her all the way upstairs. I hunted her down and... what is her life worth? How many lives can I take before I surrender my own? Sure, I would kill a murderer to save an innocent. But to kill an innocent to save myself? A cold-blooded murderer.
Yeah, so we decided we didn't like being horrifically evil. Poor shock. Hence the potion and the events of the game. I imagine the food down here is not great. Yeah, I didn't think so. That was worth a try. There's even a prompt. Nope. Anything else we can grab? Not really. I can't pick up the lights. I mean, there is literally a bigger and heavier... Oh, I can't pick it up. What that? Well, okay, I mentioned the rock earlier. Let's try a rock. Listen, Croc almost had him. We have defeated the machine of pigs. Okay. There's one, like, right there. Okay. There's not a lot of lack of light back here, so we're just gonna have to make do. We can run around him. Hi, Evo. How are you? He's still aggroed, I could tell. But, like, what's he doing? Okay. That sounds like something I've been through recently, Evo. I hope, similar to my case, it was a worthwhile endeavor for you. Where the hell is he? I mean, honestly, I'm sorry. Daniel is not a good person. Lord knows he kind of got pushed onto this path, but he still took the steps, you know what I'm saying? Is he? Could you stop, please? Thank you. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. Give me the metal. Give me the metal. Give me the metal. Pick the thing up. Pick the thing up. Okay. Stop doing that. Whatever's doing that. What is doing that? Frickin' glorp. Okay, he is definitely coming this way. That's great. It's a bad thing, actually. Shh, God damn it. Look, I'm not standing on you. See? Okay, let's see if this works. Nope, didn't work. Didn't work. Didn't work. It was working, and then he saw me, and we're dead. I was lied to. He was not blind. Where the hell am I? Oh my gosh. Okay. Ah, well. That's the whole reason I held onto that metal plate that whole time. I figured it would be a good distraction, because metal plate, loud noise, you gotta... Where'd the orb go? Oh, Jesus Christ. Where did the MacGuffin go? Look, I gave you your orb back, okay? You can stop glorping it up. Okay, so... I have no idea what ending we're gonna get. I know there's multiple here. As I say, I'm pretty sure this is it. So if you want to get your guesses in, this is probably a good time to do so. Okay. It's not it yet? What? Oh, okay. Well, you should still probably update your guesses. That's still a thing you should do. If you care. If you don't, whatever. Yeah, I love the name of that. What is this? This is the Inner Sanctum. What are you doing there? I like to play checkers by myself. That sounds kind of boring. That's why I only do it in my inner sanctum. So I can avoid the sanctimonious judgment of people like you. Oh, sorry. It's all right. After all, you're only inner sanctimonious. Wait, wouldn't it be your inner sanctimonious? Because... Oh, no, it's all bright and sunny here. Look. Everything's fine. Here, look, see? Hi. But then we give in to the darkness. There we go. Yes. 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 Hi, Malcolm. Like, yes. Yeah, the heat is definitely a problem. I have much sympathy for many people. For obvious reasons. First impressions of Kingdom Hearts 4. I find it incredibly amusing that Nintendo got to do the reveal there, the gameplay reveal. Something about that just causes me a very spiteful amount of joy. A friend of mine once said that Square is a bit of a barometer for where the quality is right now. They switched over to the PlayStation during the N64 period, and now they're switching back to Nintendo, and here we are. I'm curious why. I am too. I have no idea. What I just said is mostly a joke. Still. Now I hear adorable children. And I don't want adorable children in here during this game. I think Rax is pretty down for it. Ain't that the truth, Bluestone? You know, I literally just answered that, Mr. Ed. I even turned off the filter. Literally, it was actually 2 minutes ago, I can tell. Because there's a freaking... Oh, my God. So the Blorp is following me. I am being followed by the Glork. Jesus Christ. Okay, yep, running. Pull the lever, pull the lever. Something happen, please? Wrong lever, Kronk.
19th of August, 1839. It's not fair. I'm not to blame. I've been manipulated by that demon. He played my guilty conscience and duped me into facing the shadow alone. That vile, conspiring man. He expects me to meet my death as he steals power beyond imagination. Alexander, I will kill you for what you have done. If only the shadow had caught me in London or Algeria, I wouldn't have to suffer this humiliation. You made me a murderer. A monster. Now,
Daniel?
I merely await my death. I am too weak to press on. I can hardly stand as my knees fail me. I cannot see as my eyes are dressed in tears. I am as broken as the men I've tortured. If only I could wipe my fear away, as we did with them.
So, yeah. It's not me. I didn't do it. I didn't torture those people. He made me do it. There's always blood for these ancient rituals of Eldritch Doom. My sanity is gone. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I can tell because my controls are terrible right now. Okay. Ugh, come on, game. Work with me a little bit here. Yes, little one.
Love.
I have many things that I love. Yes, girls.
Do you have a Sharpie?
I do not have a Sharpie, no. I'm sorry. I have a
Mom.
regular pen, but you can't have it.
But Bonnie, we can't use a pen.
I know, you need a Sharpie. I do not have a Sharpie, I'm sorry. I haven't had a Sharpie in a
We can have.
Although I can double check. Let's see. Let's see if we can find a Sharpie. How's that sound?
Sadness. I was actually keeping it safe.
What? Where?
I was keeping it safe in my room, but it was right behind my bed, but now it's not.
Well, I probably got lost a bit here. Fearsama's like, all you have to do is brutally murder all of those people, and everything will be better forever. Is this game a good dungeon crawl? Yes and no. There's some really solid gameplay design decisions here, as is obvious by the 15 gameplay positives I've given. There's also some weird decisions here and there. Ironically, I would normally call this a first game, even though I know it does not qualify by any metric. This is not only not their first game, it's not even not their first game of this genre or this type. So let's get back to giving in to the blood. Yeah. Is the world building good? Yeah. Yeah. It is surprisingly sensical, given the subject matter. Alright, so we're low on health, and we're low on sanity, and I have nothing left. Correct, Evo. Dragon Age Inquisition is my favorite example of that. But like I said, they've made horror games before, and they've made puzzle games before, and made quite a few, actually. Okay, so let me chop off the guessing game. Speaking of games, really quick. Over here. So I'm just going to kind of play this by ear. We can YouTube whatever's left. Put this over here. There's also one little last thing I want to share with you guys. It doesn't really have anything to do with this game, but considering we're never covering a machine for pigs, I thought it's worth sharing, just so you can hear it. Don't worry, it's not really a spoiler out of context, even though it's one of the last things you hear in the entire game. But trust me when I say it's not really a spoiler. Without context, it's just like, huh? 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 Okay, put this here, put this here. Sorry, doing a little bit of cleanup really quick. Very quickly, very quickly. Put this up here. Do I have... I do not. I don't. I don't over here either, do I? No, I didn't think so. What genre would we call this? Other than horror? I feel like puzzler, kinda? Like it's mostly a physics puzzler, right? Feels weird to call it just a straight puzzle game, though. I think Eva might be right. I think this might actually be a dungeon crawler. That's what we put Silent Hill 2 as. I think we'll do that. Portal is a straight puzzler, whereas Portal 2 it kind of isn't. Since, there's more to Portal 2 than just puzzle. I don't know. We'll call it that for now. Oh, right. I actually should probably chop off the guessing game when I said I was going to do that. There we go. Nobody guessed a net negative. I kind of wish I could just save here in order to show off the 3 endings, but we'll see what happens. Does this game have combat? Does running screaming count?
I was wondering if you were going to show up. I see Agrippa convinced you to run some errands. Tell me.
Dong.
Everything nice and clear now. Am I the villain? Good and evil. Such comforting concepts, but hardly applicable. Are you so blind that you see no good in me or evil in Agrippa?
Why is Alexander naked? Oh god, are we naked? Have we been naked this whole game? That would explain a lot, actually. Okay.
No, don't do that. I realize you doubt my intentions. Why would I take such extreme measures to save your life? Maybe I'm saving mine too. Stop it, Daniel. You are ruining it. We are so close, I beg you. I'm just like you, Daniel. A prisoner of circumstance. Trapped in a world I no longer recognize. As you gain your freedom, will you deny me mine?
Yeah.
Close. Closer than I've been for centuries.
Listen, Alexander, as I stare at this tall phallic object, I can only think of one thing. There's the shadow.
It was my greatest triumph, and I never looked back.
Interesting.
You think I was afraid, fleeing Brennenburg? Huh. Quite the contrary. I knew it was my purgatory. Hellfire made to wash away my sins.
Yeah, we're just taking a dude's head with us. Because I wasn't sure what to do with it.
There's no denying the things I've done, but I have paid my tribute. I gave them that awful man. I did the right thing.
I am not a horrifically evil torturer and murderer. I hear ICE is recruiting. I should go see if they've got a job for me. Of course it freezes the game. I'm curious, what happens if I continue here? Where does this drop us? Hey, perfect! Okay, so hang on. Throw Agrippa's head into the portal. Portal's not opened yet. Okay, how do I open the portal?
Tell me, is everything nice and clear now? Am I the villain?
I mean, that's how thugs work. The whole way a thug organization works, any thug organization, not just ICE, is they lower the hiring standards so they'll take literally anyone.
Are you so blind that you see no good?
See stormtroopers in Star Wars.
In Agrippa?
Okay, well, we'll just chill for a minute. Now let's send him to Brandenburg, Seth. The shadow deal with him. Do we just wait? Staring at the dongs? This is such a sausage fest game, I swear. No, that's a whole topic, actually, Zara. Which I will not get into now. I mean, pretty much. Tell you what. Just for you guys. Dong action. Behold the dong. You can just barely see it. It's all shriveled over there. But there it is. Dong City. For real, this is taking too long. What's going on here? Yeah, magnify. Enhance. Oh my god, come on, game. Isolate grid. Oh, there it is.
A whole other world. Oh, isn't it beautiful? I can finally return home.
Okay, yeah, hang on. Agrippa, go in. It's a portal will be open very soon. Hurry up!
But
There we go.
no, you fool! You have ruined us.
And we're dead. Oh, I just...
There he is. Do you see him, Vaya? He deserves so much more. Please, help him. I know you can. Don't worry, Daniel. It will be all right.
You will join us in the 15th dimension. Surrounded by dongs forever. The end, I guess. Okay. Alright, hang on. So what's the... Oh, the last option is just wait for it for the whole time and let him win, right? Which is... I gotta say, that's a weird choice. Go through the whole game and then be like, alright, I guess... Here, you win.
I was wondering if you were going to show up.
Okay, let's watch the rocks.
I convinced you to run some errands. Tell me, is everything nice and clear now? Am I the
Yeah.
and evil? Such comforting concepts.
Ugh. Yeah, thanks, Agrippa, I guess.
That you see no good in me or evil in Agrippa.
Blah, 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 blah. Hey, I was looking at that. I was looking at that dong. All right. Let's say, interestingly enough, so far the first ending's the only one with any meat on its bones, but whatever. Ugh, excuse me. He was banished from this field. But yeah, the terror blood was just there to extend the lifespan. Yeah, I just wanted to watch. I just wanted to watch you go to the other dimension. That's why I went through the entire events of the entire game. Was just to watch you win. We're cool, right, buddy? This really does take its time, doesn't it? The two psychopaths just kind of stare at each other like... So what's up, buddy? Hey. Hey, buddy.
Do you see it? A whole other world. Oh, isn't it beautiful?
I really want to spoil something here, but I'm not going to. All I'm going to say is, for those of you who understand the reference, Rebirth.
Sorry, Daniel. You won't be able to enter. You are still tainted, branded by the shadow. It will consume
Have fun, Alexander.
Please, let me go.
Yeah, this is, if we're being honest, probably the real ending. The villain succeeds, and spoilers, and then we die horrifically, and then are tortured forever.
Your sacrifice won't be forgotten. You will be celebrated forever.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not true. The end. For realsies this time. Alright, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, get off my screen. Alright, yes. Now that we have the infinite darkness. Let's go ahead and uninstall the game really quick. There we go. Alright. So I promised you a speech from Amnesia, A Machine for Pigs. I'm going to give you a very, very, very small amount of context for this. This is someone who is an augur, who can see the future, who is trying to describe his visions to someone. And this person lives in the early 1800s, aka before the year 1900. Those 2 points are relevant for reasons that'll be obvious. Thanks, YouTube.
I have stood knee-deep in mud and bone and filled my lungs with mustard gas. I have seen 2 brothers fall. I have lain with holy wars and copulated with the autumnal fallout. I have dug trenches for the refugees. I have murdered dissidents where the ground never thaws and starved the masses into pain. A child's shadow burnt into the brickwork. A house of skulls in the jungle. The innocent Manders trod and bled and gassed and starved and beaten and murdered and enslaved. This is your coming century. They will eat the Manders. They will make pigs of you all, and they will bury their snouts into your ribs, and they will eat your hearts.
Yeah, there's nothing to see push-ups, which is why I kind of threw this up as a joke. There's a couple of issues in the middle of the speech, but yeah. Vietnam, World War I, World War II. All kinds of funny little references there. It's also, most people consider it the best written speech in the game, which is either damning or interesting, depending on your opinion of the writing of Amnesia, A Machine for Pigs. Here, why don't we watch something more interesting?
I don't know what to do.
There's a guy talking. Sorry. Oh, God, why would you ever watch someone stream a game while they're talking? Disgusting. Get off my screen. All right. Yeah, the bunker was semi-racist, but what they're working on right now is, something I've forgotten the name of like 3 times during this run. Ontos. Which is coming out this year. Yeah, fun fact, this is the less buggy or less glitch version of the run. The glitch version of the run is faster by like 8 minutes. So the speedrunning community has some interesting definitions of the word glitch. But yeah, Ontos is apparently a spiritual successor to Soma, which is an interesting perspective. That's all I'll say about that for right now. All right, so here we go. What's funny is I believe this is one of the longest of the Amnesia games. It's not a big margin, but I've seen several things that indicate that. Oh my god, I just realized he's playing with the gamma absolutely cranked. Which makes sense. He's a speedrunner. He just wants to see what he's doing. Yeah, this is a very strange game. If anybody's paying attention to the notes, you'll notice that I gave quite a few positives towards the beginning, the intro, the first few sections, and then a decent amount towards, like, pretty much from the prison onwards, and that's... like, I don't know. Yep, glitchless run. Can confirm. This music might be too quiet. I bet you can't even hear this. Ah, here we go. This is a better one. Like I said, it's up to pretty much each individual community, as in each individual game's community, to determine what counts as a glitch. This is one of the reasons why, to use a specific example, Ocarina of Time is something, that has very specific definitions of what counts as what types of glitches. Because, like, a true 80% in Ocarina of Time is, like, down to a 7-minute run or something like that at this point. Yep, that's how I got past that guy. Exactly the same route. This is still too quiet. Come on. Alright, so, I know what everyone really wants to hear right now. They're like, alright, Lore, is this it? Is this the game that finally sold you on horror games? You'll finally get rid of your stupid, foolish, nonsensical distaste for horror games? Or become nothing but a horror streamer forevermore? I'm being a little facetious, but almost every time I stream a horror game, I get at least one person asking basically exactly that. And yeah, no, guys, I'm 43, I'm 44 now, excuse me. I'm old enough that I don't keep a specific track anymore. Absolutely not, Knockloose. In fact, it's actually very fun and adds to it a great deal, because now I have data by which I can plan. Having said that, it is a different, although not lesser experience to kind of try and adapt on the fly and just kind of run with it. The problem is, most Hitman games don't actually let you adapt all that much. It's really more about knowing where is what and how and who, which requires foreknowledge, which requires hitmanning. Hitmanning kind of gives you the ability to adapt, right? Because hitmanning gives you the most powerful tool of all in a Hitman game. Knowledge. Man-hitting? Oh, I do that every day. Oh! Listen, physicsing through a wall doesn't count, okay? Guys, I don't know. Don't ask me, okay? I'm not even joking. I actually remember that watching a run once where they were discussing what no major glitches counted, and they were doing it while the dude was glitching through the wall, and it's like, if this is not a major glitch, what the hell have you guys found? Where is... Okay. Intended faster? I don't see any problems there. Arbitrary code execution. I mean... isn't that how you travel those? Just surfing on those boxes? Look at this. Look at this dude. I don't know why I had any troubles with this game. This guy is just schooling me here. Yeah, this is actually why the shadow was chasing Daniel, right here. Yeah, the shadow saw the speed running. It scared it. It left its terrible heart trembling. Yeah, what's he doing? What's he doing? What? Okay, yeah. Alright, Ocarina Remake thoughts. It looks hideous, and we don't know anything else. I've actually been talking about it extensively in the Nintendo channel in the Discord, if you want to hear me blabber a bit. You know what's funny is in dreams, you can make fun of me for this. In dreams, I usually have some kind of ability to alter reality because I tend to lucid dream, or whatever you call it, lucid dream. So I'm aware of that in a dream, right? There's one exception to this. It's one very strange exception. I can't go through things. Like, I can't phase through walls or whatever, even though, like, logically there's no reason I can do everything else and not that. But I can't. And it never works, and it always just frustrates me. In the dream, I'm like, why can't I do this? What the hell? This has been true for years. No, okay. So, you know that Star Fox 64 3 that we're getting? Well, by every account, the actual gameplay is really legit, and that's cool. I'm even kind of looking forward to it. But, like... God, they look hideous. They look terrible. And the reason I bring that up is, what do you want to bet? That's exactly what the Ocarina remake is going to be. Like, hideously, horrifically evil-looking puppet people. But also, it's awesome to play. I mean, several Zelda games are what we would refer to as intentionally ugly. Yeah, some people think it looks fine. I don't get that. I'm sorry. I've even given very specific reason why I think it looks terrible, and everyone's just like, "No, it looks fine to me." And it's like, okay, I got nothing. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to the Shadow Temple. Everyone's talking about Jabu Jabu's belly. I'm terrified by the Shadow Temple. Oh my god, that's gonna be awful. It's the System Shock 2 thing, right? We don't want... Is he juggling the gears? We don't want a proper remake of System Shock 2, because then we'll have to play a game of System Shock 2 where it looks like high def, and the more you know about that, the less you want that. Everyone in chat, but we want that, Lore! Okay, fine, whatever. I'm not playing it. Yeah, realistic dead hands. No, I'm good, I'm good. That coal is so much more visible with the gamma crate. If I ever played this again, I would just play it with the gamma like this. This is great. Oh, there's the glorp, which looks kind of like cheese with the gamma this cranked. No. If it's coming out this year, there's no way. I'm just committed to the fact that I'm not going to like it. Some people are going to like it. No, I didn't actually see it. What was your deal breaker? By the way, for those of you who didn't catch, one of the discussions I was having in Discord, I was at the car place. I was bored. Thank you everyone for entertaining me. I was saying, like, what would be a deal breaker for you for the Ocarina remake? I'll tell you mine. Adding in Breath of the Wild's durability system. Just, that would destroy Ocarina for me. Just, oh my god. Oh, if they broke it up into multiple games. Oh my god. Bleh. Bleh. That would not be good. Hated is a strong word. I think the visuals of Link's Awakening look good, but I don't like them. For whatever that means. Like, I can recognize quality, I'm not into it, you know? Ocarina of Time 1, Revisioning. Ocarina of Time 2, The Reckoning. It's gonna be RE, for some reason. Oh, I'm doing the boring on it. One of the things... No, it's the exact same reason I don't like Dragon Quest VII R. We'll just know. Visually, I mean. Every video game is about lying and cheating to the player. Yes, Elizar. It's nothing new, unfortunately. And every video game is trying to trick you into thinking things that aren't really true, right? Changing the level of danger you're in, or the situation you're in, or the environment you're in, or whatever. And that's the point. We're on board, right? This is something I've talked about. The suspension of disbelief is something we're already on board for because we're playing the video game. We want to disbelieve, right? We want to suspend that. We want to get through. God, look at how dark the prison is, even with the gamma cranked. Jesus Christ. And horror games are like more that, right? Because horror games, we want to walk in and be scared. We want... how do I explain this? Dude, he just... he just skipped the entire prison. We want to be scared. Like, you will get out of a horror game what you put into it, is how I would describe that. It's like going on a roller coaster. If you go on a roller coaster and you just sit there being bored because we're not in any danger, then you're sort of missing the point. Right? And one of the things I think this game deserves so much praise for, and I mean this with absolute sincerity, is I've paid attention to a lot of specifics of this game, and I know a decent amount about how some of the specific mechanics work under the hood, up to and including some things like what you're seeing on the screen right now. And the game puts a lot of effort into tricking you into thinking you're in danger, tricking you into thinking you're screwed, or you can't hide or dodge or flee or whatever. Trying to always get you into the idea that the tiger, excuse me for the quote, the tiger is still hunting you. And I think it does an excellent job of lying to the player constantly. So we're going to do this. That was the quote. The tiger is in pursuit. Shoutouts to Mandalore. Yeah, no, exactly. It's what jump scares wish they were. Because jump scare is a very cheap, crude way to try and emulate that same sensation. An attempt that fails because it's a crude, cheap way to do it. Obviously, there is a difference. Quality in jump scares, blah, 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 but you get the idea. Yeah, this is horrifying, honestly. He's halfway through the game. My God. Let's see. Do we give an enemy variety positive? Let's see. There are exactly 2 enemies in the game. 3 if you count the Glorp. This is the Glorp's theme song right here. Dude, that mannequin. That's unfair. No spoilers. I'm not going to spoil it. It's something you need to decide on. But man, you need to appreciate Silent Hill 2 R for itself. Yes, Minish Cap is just crazy good in its visuals. Not just in its actual quality, but in my own preference. It's LTTP modern. Right? Enough said. I was debating a couple of others, but I think that one does land on the top for me. You want to hear something funny, Ross? All this discussion about it. We saw like a 5-second clip and a bit of narration. And I just want to replay Ocarina. I can't. Because the only version I have that I really feel worthy of replaying is the 3DS version. I'm not dragging that thing out. I mean, I suppose I could emulate it, but I don't have time for that. It's okay. I will get the opportunity to replay all the Zeldas when I drag the Loroni through them. Which is something I'm extremely looking forward to. I am not willing to play the N64 version. I am never touching that again. I'm good. Yeah, exactly, Ross. Minish Cap was just good, end statement. Everything else was good, but... Or good, but then there's... It's a garbage game, Archeon. You shouldn't play it. Ever, ever, ever. Oh, here we go. The tiger is still chasing you. This music right here. I'm gonna be real. Can I just be blunt? The only reason anybody goes out of the way to bash Ocarina of Time is because they're trying to be edgy or contrary. It doesn't have to be your thing. You don't have to like it. That's not how that works. But if you're gonna sit there and tell me it's a bad game, then you are just trying to make noise to draw attention to yourself. It's like saying the Lord of the Rings films aren't good, actually. Big arrow pointing towards Aragorn's head. Top 15 reasons why the Lord of the Rings films actually suck. It's just clickbait. Reason number 1. I don't like fantasy. Reminds me of a Pro ZD sketch, actually. Where he's like, I caught all the dumb things in this movie. Animals can't talk, doofus. Yeah, point number 3. The Eagles, just the Eagles. No additional notes. I don't think I could give this game the replayability positive. I think I'm just going to skip over that for now. I should give that positive. I just thought about that. That's everything? Yes. Listen, any game that isn't literally punching me in the balls is not worth my time. Really, Melkor Blade? Jesus Christ. Alright, let's get our numbers here. Not that anyone actually cares about the score, but might as well. Thoughts on the Xenoblade games? They're garbage! And here's top 10 reasons why. Number reason 1, they're secretly Xenogears. Reason number 2, they're secretly Xenosaga. Reason number 3, Xenoblade Chronicles X. No more notes. Reason number 4. Would you believe I don't actually have a lot of exposure to the Xenoblades? Honestly, they're not my thing. And if I explained why, you'd look at me weird, but it's true. They're very JRPG. I'm just gonna lay that out there because it's true. Yeah, they're very anime. They're very JRPG. They remind me of the Tales of series, which kind of does a lot of the same things for a lot of the same reasons. Now, I don't think this is going to beat Silent Hill 2R, everyone. Sorry. Final story score, plus 35. That is really good, actually. Like, that's really good. That is 4.5 story positives per hour and a ratio of 97.3%. That is solid. In fact, amongst the dungeon crawlers, which is where I'm putting this, that is only beaten by Silent Hill 2R. Gameplay, plus 12. That's actually impressive for what it's worth, being a net positive. That is 1.52 positives per hour and a ratio of 71.43%, which is, it's about average, giving us a final golden number of... Can I get a drum roll, please? Now, that's a perfect song for this game. If you know, you know. Oh, did he go through the bars? I didn't even see it. This is funny. 120.76. Which means Mr. Red wins by default by having guessed the highest of anybody. Congrats, Mr. Red. Allow me to admit that while this is absolutely not my game, I'm just going to be really blunt about that, this is way better than I was expecting. Honestly, I was expecting something closer to, like, I Have No Mouth, which we just covered. But a surprisingly solid amount of gameplay, good gameplay design decisions, and some really good stuff at the beginning of the game, followed by everything about the water section. Oh, I didn't enjoy this at all. Screw this game. But everything about the water section and really kind of bringing it home. One of the things that I like is that they pull over the curtain so you have some understanding of what's happening and why. But you notice they don't explain everything in bland, minute detail, which I think is a good thing, because it still leaves there is he just going to skip the entire ending of the game? Oh my god, he is. He actually is. Yeah, he just skipped all of that. And he's just in the Inner Sanctum now. It leaves the vibe. There's still eldritch horrors. There's still mystery. There's still unknowns, which is kind of what the whole game is sort of about. And yeah, this will definitely be getting the coffee tag because I really didn't like this game. Outlaws R, Anachronox, and RNC 4. Deadlocked. Okay, I'm gonna go do some paperwork. Tomorrow we're playing something that isn't a horror game. Holy God. Don't listen to the music. I swear we're not.